hiring. So we can go on and on from there. But at the end of the day, the kind of culture that we're going to have here is, we are going to be consumer centric. We care about our clients. And with that being said, everybody's not our client. We do know that. But we're going to focus on working with local businesses, chiropractors, medical practitioners, doctors, med spas, gyms, attorneys, people, small businesses that care first and foremost. You have to be consumer centric. If all you care about is getting the people's money and turning and burning, you're not our client. That's right away. And also, of course, you're in business, you have to make money, but there's a certain way that you want to bring value to the table. Okay, you want to bring customer service to the table, and you're gonna last. The consumer-centric base model companies, they're gonna last because they're playing the long game. It might look like they're losing in the beginning, but business is a sport for gladiators. It's not a sport for first rounders. It's a sport for gladiators. Who has the endurance? Because whatever you lack in business, it's gonna be exposed. And the only way to be able to cover that is the business owner or the leader, should care, because ultimately, you can always get more. You can always make more, by having a high retention rate. Can you get a client? Okay, now you're good at some businesses are really good at getting clients. They're good at front end marketing. Okay, but now you can always tell if they're going to be here for a long time, if they can keep a client. That's called retention. Look at a business's retention rate, and lastly, look at their referrals, their model of referrals. So attain, retain, and refer plus. That's a system. You have to have process, systems, and you have to have people. With those three elements right there, that's how you win, and you win big in business. Of course, you have to be able to gauge the metrics. You have to be able to, it's important to have weekly reports. It's important to be able to forecast. But that is the nucleus of a service business, a products and service business. And our goal is to work with consumer-centric based companies. We run Facebook ads, we run YouTube ads. We're gonna help small businesses they have a front desk, or if it's just a solopreneur and he or she is unable to make the calls to convert the lead into an experience, then we're able to use our process. We're able to use our process and systems to help you, get over that bridge. That's the big part of the value ladder, is to be able to see the consumers or the prospect or the customers' problems before they arise. So a lot of times when we're running ads for clients, I already know what their challenges is going to be. If it's a one-man band, then I know, hey, they can't perform the service. And for example, if it's a barber, they can't be cutting hair and responding back, to the ad right away. So their impulse curve, their impulse window, their response rate is probably not going to be as high. So with us knowing that, the way you work the value ladder is you already offer that service. Okay, we may throw it in for free. We might create an offer where it's packaged in. You might have a company, okay, where they're you might have a chiropractor and they might be, really busy, really active, and they have a front desk. Well, their front desk may not know how to nurture a lead. They may, it's a different model when you're calling a fresh lead off of Facebook, a fresh lead off of YouTube. You have to really keep them excited. You almost have to walk them to the door. It doesn't matter how excited they are. You have to walk them to the door. It's not like Betty and Susie or Johnny who's just coming in on a regular basis. And with this model, with our model, it'll also allow you to be able to treat your current clients better. If you're a business owner, you're a leader, you're a top performer, you should always be looking in on how can you create a better experience, okay, for your current clients, okay, because that'll allow you to remain consumer centric. I like how Bill Gates says, you're only as good as your unhappiest client. But I used to try to ignore those people, think, oh man, whatever. But it was some reason they tried our business or used our business and it didn't work. Well, you need to fix that, because that's 1/3 of the marketplace. Not saying everybody's your client, but if it's a problem that's fixable, that can help the value of your business, your company, and your culture, you want to improve that. And if you're putting out fires and not finding a bigger fire to put out, then you're probably not going to last long. And it's important to find out, that's why your why will always be tested. So it's going to be important, to find out, and to it doesn't matter where you're at in your business, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 2 years, 2 months, 2 days, when you're asking yourself a question about your culture, your business, and most important about yourself, on how you can serve people better, you got a fighter's chance. You got a fighter's chance. And at Free Communications, we create hypergrowth opportunities for small business. What that means is we can help you on the inside. We're going to assist you on the inside, meaning inbound. If it's inbound calls, if it's writing scripts, if it's showing your staff or your front desk, or if you're hiring, new sales reps, training them, okay? Giving them simple but yet effective systems that they can apply that's going to drive traffic. I'm trying to tell you, and I know not I'm trying, I'm telling you what it is. Nothing will turn a culture on fire like traffic. Okay, if you look at it's no different than being in sports. Okay, emotion to win football games, you have to have an emotional culture. Okay, that creates a standard, because then it doesn't have to be babysat. Okay, by one person or two people or even a bunch of cameras, right? You want the culture will run itself. The culture will produce. It's about creating value, customer service, right? And you won't have a problem, okay? If you're working your pipeline, you're working those funnels, you won't have a problem getting the money. It doesn't matter what the price is. It doesn't matter what the price is. There's only one Walmart in town. There's not two Walmarts. There's one Walmart who has a business model based off, super cheap prices. When people are selling their product for cheap, either it wasn't worth shit to begin with, or they're mad as a mother effer when you're not around. They hate you. Trust. Business owners talk too. They can't stand when you come around if you get in their stuff for the super Groupon low. That's why when you go in some of these places, they got the PA's PA working on you, or the owner's in there trying to upsell you before he even gives you anything. I know, because I run low ticket ads for small businesses, and you wouldn't believe some of the things that people say, some business owners say when they're selling their product as a commodity. They can't even go home and look at their wife because they feel like, they gave their stuff away, opposed to having a model where, you're creating value. If you create enough value, then you set the next appointment right away. How do you do that? By checking up on the prospect the following day, the lead, creating a great experience, following up with them the following day. Everybody who's receiving a service that's a kind of a service that has to be nurtured, like haircuts and hairstyles, nails, eyelashes. When you're in those kind of industries where they're like beauty intensified, the person that's receiving the service, believe it or not, they'll come in again a lot faster than you think. I'm telling you, you just have to create an offer. Okay, what else would they want, right? What else would they want? Okay, they like lashes. What else do you offer? Do you have someone else in your place, in your location that does nails, that does besides lashes? I don't know, eyebrows. Buy a coupon for that, so they can come to that person the following day or the following week. Why? Because you're creating habit. And when you create habit, now that prospect or that lead is in the behavior of using your location, using your services. And now they can see the value. Enough people in the pipeline will do that to increase your sales. So it's a different mindset. It's a consumer-centric mindset, but it's a long-term mindset. It's a long-term mindset that wins, that dominates